That's amazing, man. What inspired you to do it? Was it just to?
I have been playing guitar since I was 14. I'm 33 now, whatever
Yeah.
fucking age I am. Um,
Right.
uh, you know,
Just
and
right.
then and then and I learned CNC machining in high school and in college. And I knew in college, like, someday we should make guitars. That'd be pretty cool. So I tucked that thought away for like almost 8 years, and then I
Yeah.
landed. I bought my grandparents' house, and my grandpa was a woodworker, painter, and architect, and
Wow. Okay.
and in his creative space, I've created my design studio, and this is obviously the wood workshop and stuff. Down in the garage is my CNC machine,
Yeah.
and it just, yeah. When I got here, I was like, oh, this is where it needs to happen. When I was thinking about that one time, so
Okay, I got you. I got you. That's incredible, man. That's an incredible story, right?
it all fell in.
Who would have known?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I made it poetic, and my grandpa's name was Mort, so this is Mortimer Guitars.
Dude, that is inspiring as fuck. I love it. Hell yeah.
And
That is great.
I still have some of his wood carvings for like his painting presses. Like you paint the wood and you stamp it.
Yeah.
So I still have some of those. Like in some of my like, what I want to do eventually is kind of turn his art into, famous through me. So
Yeah.
that way, like, oh, you want the package deal when you get a guitar? Okay, you get a guitar, you get my strap because I make straps, my picks because I make picks.
Yeah.
They'll come in a guitar case, custom fit, and you'll get a, a Mortimer like Mort Donley painting,
Hmm.
uh, some pendants like that are made out of the same resin that your inlays are made out of.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, just like package deals of like
I see.
cool
That is a great
things.
idea, man. That is a great idea. That's awesome, man. Do you have an social media presence? Any links or anything like that?
I've got Facebook and Instagram, and my Facebook's got like 1.4K, but
Yeah.
my Instagram is brand new. I just tipped over 200. So
Yeah, I'd like to check you out, man, on Instagram.
yeah, I'll send you the handle.
Yeah.
Mortimer Guitars, and then you can search. I mean, I think the link is on Instagram for Facebook if you use that too. But
Sure. Yeah,
but
I don't like fucking bothering people on Facebook because I feel like Facebook is a little bit more personal. At least the way I use it, it's more of an exclusive group of people. So I don't
I
really,
could see
I
that.
don't really believe people actually have 4,000 actual friends.
Yeah.
Those aren't your fucking friends. Those are fucking bored people who had nothing to do with their time. And they said, you know what? Maybe this guy will be my. It's just numbers. But on Instagram, um, have you considered endorsing any musicians to promote your company to kind of push it out there?
Yes, I have, and that's basically like the next step because like in the background here, these are the first production guitars. Like these are the ones where I'm like, okay, I have a method. I'm gonna crank these out. There's no custom aspect. It's like my specs, what I think a good guitar should be,
Okay.
and um, I'm just now putting my first examples of those into a store.
Yeah.
So after that, and I finally get my feet wet when it comes to actually distributing
Right.
like a production product,
Right.
then I will attempt to reach out and attempt to see if somebody wants to do that. But I've got some musicians in mind,
Yeah.
but I really when I have a website and more things established,
Right.
excuse me,
Right.
then I will do that. But I know
Okay.
that's a very crucial step. It's a very crucial step.
No, that's interesting. No, that's isn't very cool, man. I asked because I'm online. You know, I'm making a bunch of content. I make content consistently for Instagram, Facebook. I'm a bass player, songwriter. I make my own videos. I have a podcast channel as well. So I'm 80% pushing just social presence constantly since like a year and a half now. I've been playing in
Yeah.
bands since I was 16 years old, right? So I have a lot of experience playing live. I can sing. So I'm just trying to see where we can connect and maybe do a partnership, even if it's in the future. Do
I
do you design basses? or have you considered
Yeah,
designing
so
basses? Yeah.
I've got 2 designs for basses. I basically I've made one bass, and I've made, so counting these, I've made 11 guitars. Um, and I couldn't make basses before because they didn't have the right size truss rods for what I do. Because I like these pinwheel truss rods. Do I have a pinwheel by me? Well, it's adjusted down there, right? There's like,
Yeah.
it's in
Right.
there, but it has a pinwheel that goes in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I needed that same truss rod for a bass, and they didn't make them long enough. Now they make them long enough, or at least I've found the ones that are long enough. So
Right.
I can make them. I will make them, and if you wanted to do that in the future, yes, I would be interested to be able to do that. And we can do
Okay.
like and we could do a deal, man. Like,
Sure.
I would waive fees for like custom stuff. Like if you wanted like your own like inlay in there, like it's yours or whatever on here.
And I'll tell you what, man, I have a sketch pad over here. I have a sketch pad next to me because I also do a sketching and digital art. So I have a concept for a custom bass that has a bunch of custom. I don't even know if I can pull it off over here, but I designed a bass that has my original font. So I came up with an original font that says Ozzy because my name's Ozzy Alejo. So I put Ozzy on the bass in a very unique way, and I also designed it for it to look kind of like some sort of like a royal fucking. It looks like something you would put inside of a castle. That's like how the bass looks like. It looks like some royal fucking like trophy, right?
Love
So
that.
so I have a concept, but obviously I'm not a designer of I'm not a physical builder. But I have a
Yeah.
bunch of shit like that. Even the strap. I have a strap that I made like so I drew it out, right? So I have these
Yeah.
concepts. You make stuff like that. So I'm like, what if we can work together and make something
That- that-
unique?
That truly is something that I'm able to pride myself on. Is that my one of my mottos was going to be like from napkin to completion,
I love it.
like very very fast. Like what I can do engineering wise is like I can go from a sketch and turn that into something that can be machinable like in one night.
Okay, I love that, man. Okay, so you have that process. You got that process down. All right.
Nope.
It kind of sounds like how I feel about video editing, cause I haven't. I like right now. I screen record a bunch of shit on here, and I know what to
Yeah.
look for. I know what's an engaging piece of content because I've put out so many different pieces of engaging content. And I've seen so many that there's a formula to something that's engaging. You know, so
Right.
especially in the market that I'm trying to put out, which is more like bass playing. It's music. It's music entertainment, right? That's the category. So. But yeah, it's a process, man. That process, I can tell you have that confidence. You have that confidence, you know. So
I'm getting there. I've got a lot of audacity and a lot of time and interest in what I'm doing, and I think I can do it well, and I think I can do it better than a lot.
that's fucking awesome, dude. How old are you? You said?
I am 33.
Okay, fuck yeah, dude. You sound like me. I'm 30. I'm 37, dude. I'm gonna be 38. But I also have a lot of time to work on all the shit I like. Doesn't mean I'm fucking rich, but I've set myself up so that I can work on this, man. Like I'm not trying to have an expensive apartment. Like I don't spend any extra money on things I don't need. Just what's necessary. But then everything goes into my assets: computer, recording gear, microphone. Everything goes into the shit I love, right? Like
Right.
80% of it.
Yeah.
But that's how I set myself up, man. And I don't give a fuck about traveling right now. I don't give a fuck about banging a bunch of bitches right now. I don't give a shit. I just want to make something amazing, and that's what I'm focused on, right?
Yeah.
Just something that I can be proud of. You can be proud of, you know?
Exactly. Yep. You and I are speaking the same language, brother. So.
Fuck yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. I'll send you a message.
Yeah, do that.
If it's okay with
And
you,
then we
bro,
can talk.
I'm more than willing to even promote you now, man. Would you be okay? Because I've been screen recording this whole conversation. Would you be okay with just using some of it, or even using a snippet? You know, I could say ran into an inspiring, upcoming. You know, just kind of pumping you up, man, and like this. You know, just promoting you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you can do that, and any of my content that's on Instagram, you can share that if you'd like to. No, that'd be great, and we could definitely work something out in the future. I'd love to.
From napkin to fucking fully fledged guitar, right?
Truly, yeah. And I've got a bunch of dumb slogans like my guitars are really pointy usually, so I'm like, you know, it's only so that you can impale while you wail. You know?
I love that. That fucking rhymed so good.
Dumb, but yeah.
No,
That'll be a
but the
bumper
delivery
sticker
though, like
someday.
when you do it with a good delivery, it's like hilarious, man. Because sometimes you don't have security, man. Sometimes at a live show you don't have personal security. You might have to be your own fucking security,
Yeah,
right? That's
I
why you
feel
need
it.
the fucking guitar.
Well, so you saw the scythe shape, so I'll show you. I'll show you my four shapes.
Ah,
So like here is the excuse me, the 6 string
yes,
version of that.
yes. Wow,
There's that.
it's a metal looking guitar, man.
It's pretty metal, man. And then so these two are going to be headless guitars.
Nice.
This is also headless. Let me make sure it's hanging right. Yeah. And then so here's Merit. Here's a V.
I like that. I like how small it is.
Yeah, it's like a compact V, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice and tight. Yeah.
that's right. I like it. So then we've got this. This is Envy.
All right, that's unique. Reminds me of a leaf, a razor leaf. You know?
Is that a Pokemon reference? Because it works well.
Yeah, it just looks like certainly an axe. It looks like a hell of an axe.
So this is I have two headstock. Well, you've seen the headless headstock. It looks like that.
Yeah.
And then so this is my 3x3. Looks like this.
Nice.
It's got like the little circular end right there.
Right? Picture. I guess you
And
could put
then-
your fucking slide in there. Your guitar slide.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of get stuck in there.
Hook it right here. But then I've got this is Omni, and this is like the super strat kind of shape I got going on. You know.
Yeah. I like that. Man, I like that. They're so smooth. I like the concave. I like the concave of it. It has like a roundness to it.
Yeah, and then this is the inline headstock shape.
Damn, that's wicked
It's
right
got
there.
that- and then it's got like my signature circle in it, I guess.
That's clean, man.
Yeah.
That's clean.
And that's what we got going on. And then that's the 4, and I got a custom one over here. This is a 7-string, and it's made out of mahogany rather.
Yeah.
And what's cool about this one is that these inlays are bones.
Oh shit. Dude, prehistoric fucking that's awesome, man.
It was humanely sourced bird bones.
Really?
Actually. And then
Wow.
in the circle here,
Yeah.
I'm going to capture the bird's skull in there in resin.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one, man. That's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
It's gonna be a weird one, but yeah, I'm calling it Avis mortuum. It's Latin for dead bird.
All right, man. No, all this stuff is super artistic, man. Artistic designs.
We're more like autistic, but I appreciate that.
All right, dude. Excellent, man. What an excellent little tour of your current models. You know, you're on your way.
We're
Fucking.
doing our best here.
Oh man, well yeah, you're very modest individual as well. You don't come across as some like, hey man, yeah, my dick is big. You should fucking see it. You know.
No, I'm only here to just do my best and make something good, because what I think I can do is I can make a product inexpensively enough and good enough to get great people, a great instrument to make great music.
Right.
I want to be able to also operate as a business that can promote you.
Huh.
In certain, of course, if we were going to make a deal, and then otherwise, if I would make a deal with other musicians,
Yeah.
there are like tiers that I would be able to help you by purchasing or whatever.
Right.
So, and like if an entire band outfitted themselves with my stuff, what I want to be able to offer is, of course, inexpensive instruments, and like a complete package of everything you could want. Like I make straps and picks and cases and all that stuff.
Right. Right.
Cables. I make cables. Well, like
Mm-hmm.
I should say my buddy makes cables, and we're branding them as mine. Um, so I should clarify on that. Um, but
Mm.
but I want to be able to, with that, be able to also get people connected to other people to help promote them. So if you're going to have the audacity to purchase one of my guitars, I want to be able to get you hooked up with a guy that can do videography, or
Mm-hmm.
get a guy that can do photography,
Yeah.
get a guy that can get you into the right studio in your area,
Sure. That
and
sounds great.
more
That's
more
awesome.
promotion for being able to get you into venues, um,
Yeah.
with people that maybe take me more seriously, or a friend of mine more seriously, to be able to
Yeah.
get things moving for a good band if they're
Worthy.
and
Worthy, right? Because you have to put in the hours, man. One thing I've learned over 20 years and being over 15 bands and writing songs and managing bands is that you got to develop a good product, right? But you got to follow your passion as well. I know it sounds cliche, but when you do something you're passionate about, you don't get tired, right? You can endlessly experiment with shit that you really like, and that's how you come up with the most interesting ideas.
yep,
So
I feel that.
one thing I've learned is that yeah, man, quality, authenticity. You want to put the
Yeah.
art. You want to put the art first. You want to really like the mission statement you just laid out right now, with the making the best stuff for the best musicians, best music, is the right focus, right? It's the right focus because a lot of people want to get famous and rich, but they don't understand that that's a byproduct. Famous and rich is a byproduct of you doing
Byproducts. That's
you
correct.
doing the thing correctly for the right group of people, because those are the good people that support you long term and are loyal, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of hard to find in the music industry because a lot of people want to get famous quickly, or they want to not focus on the work and just kind of they want that validation without the process or without offering the value to the right people, right? So I love what
Yep.
you're saying because it's fucking that's a key guiding philosophy from what I've fucking researched for all the best companies that like huge like that have lasted 30, 40 years. They keep focusing
I,
back on the musicians and the people, so
I've had the pleasure of, first of all, thank you.
yeah, of course.
Second of all, the a previous custom shop manager for Ibanez, his name was Scott. Scott, I think Schweska. He used to be the custom shop manager for Ibanez back in the early days, like in the '80s and the early '90s.
Yeah.
Um, and now he lives in Cedar Falls, Iowa, like half an hour away from me.
Wow.
And I met him at the store that I'm putting my guitars in,
Hmm.
and I was able to have a conversation, be like, "Hey man, like, do you want to come over and like see the operation and see what I'm up to?" And I was like, "Sure, man, that sounds good." And I had my associate there that day that does my wiring and stuff like that. We just had a little powwow, had some pizza, and he was like, "Yeah, I see what you're doing here, man. Like, you're gonna have like a small steel building at the edge of town in no time. Like, you're gonna get this." I was
Hell
like,
yeah,
"Oh."
brother.
So I
That's awesome.
so
That is
and
great.
I consulted him a lot when I was starting to build. So like, I had the custom shop of Ibanez like consulting me. I literally would like go park somewhere and call him and be like, "So I have like 25 questions, and I need them answered specifically. Would you use this, and why wouldn't you use this? Is there a
Ah.
reason why this is done this way?" I got all the answers and just figured out like, you
Ah.
know, a lot of Ibanez's ways is something that I kind of like absorbed.
Oh wow, that's unbelievable, man. That sounds very, very I guess instrumental in setting you up for like a really successful fucking prototype, right?
I hope I
Hell
hope
yeah.
so.
That's
And
awesome.
um,
Yeah.
and I have something else that's going to come out. So I'm working on these 6 right now, and I'm going to put, like I said, 4 and maybe the custom one over here into that store, and this one goes out to a customer like in a few days.
Badass, man. Hell yeah.
But after that, I have something kind of secret that I'm working on
Ooh.
that I'm
Yeah.
submitting the patent for right now.
All right.
Uh,
That's
it's
important.
a it's a provisional patent, but I think I have the design down really well.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a children's instrument, um, that makes it so that if the instrument is in tune, they can't play a bad note.
Oh wow. Okay. That sounds interesting.
So and the reason for it obviously is just to inspire and get them excited about playing real guitar someday.
Yeah.
Um, but basically, yeah, with that system that I have, uh, it's you can't, as long as it's in tune, you can't play a bad note, and that's what I will also, I'll introduce it and I'll explain to parents and stuff like that, like, hey guys, if you can, this isn't going to be just another crappy like little kids instrument. This is like the good stuff
Yeah.
and concentrated into a kid's instrument. And as long as you guys can help them keep it in tune and understand that that's why kids get discouraged, because it sounds like crap no matter how good they play,
Mm-hmm.
because no one understands that an instrument has to be perfectly in tune. So
Yeah.
solidifying that in their heads,
Right.
they will have a successful little ember into sparking a fire when it comes to a
Sure.
musical career, hopefully.
Experience. Yes.
Yeah.
Positive musical experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's so important, man. I took lessons when I was younger. When I was a teen, I took lessons from a guy who was a graduate from Berkeley. And he also went to Musicians Institute over there at the Passage in Hollywood. So anyways, this guy was super qualified, and it was instrumental for me at 15 to take these lessons because he eliminated a lot of the pitfall, a lot of time wasted. Really, he showed me some of the best artists that I probably couldn't have found out about otherwise, because he's from the 80s, right? I'm 16 years old. He's showing me all these guys from the 80s: Stu Ham, Billy Sheehan, Jeff Berlin, some like virtuoso level fucking bass players, and yeah, left an impressionable impact on me as far as like somebody showing you something. Because I think that a lot of people that don't get better or make progress is because they don't know what to work on. Because there's so much to work on. Like if you were to just go on your own, you might think like, what the fuck do I start with?
Really?
What are the fundamentals? All right, but there are fundamentals to bass and guitar. It starts with the instrument. What do these things do? Tuners, strings, fretboards, like just the basic components of what's there. Anyway, I go on and on, but that's important to give a young enthusiast, because if he doesn't get that, he's just gonna think he sucks. He's gonna mistakenly think, well, I must suck, but somebody just didn't taught him the right way, right? So.
Correct. So that's why you give them something that can give them that immediate gratification initially.
Yeah.
And then when they're super stoked, they sound so good on that. It's like, okay, now like level 2, like we got to get you a bigger guitar with some more strings and stuff like that. And
I see. This is like the kid. This is the intro, like kid level.
This is kid. This is
like
5, this is like
8,
3 and up.
Okay, yeah.
Like 3 to 10. Like I'm talking entry.
All right, little hands. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
This guitar, I think, this prototype is 29 inches long for a guitar. So
that is an interesting market too, man. Because I don't know that I have noticed from the bigger companies like Fender, Gibson, or Schecter making an instrument that is tailored towards the youngest possible market category, right? So I've never thought about this, but I'm sure that you're probably gonna fulfill a need because maybe not enough people focus there. I feel like a lot of the companies, maybe they focus on maybe a different category of age or level of experience, right? Because some people, when they come into guitar, they might already have experience or they're over 18, and that's a different customer in comparison to the kid, right? So that's a good thing to focus on, right? Something that is going to help them continue guitar for the rest of their life, right? And their parents are not going to feel like they wasted their damn money investing in their kids, right? 'Cause that's another thing, buyer's remorse. Parents are like, are you going to learn? Right? Oh, another thing that these parents do, and I know they do, is that they don't want to spend a lot money on the most expensive instrument because they're like, what if you don't like it? They always think like, what if you don't want to learn? I'm just going to buy you the $150 guitar because what if you don't like it, right? I don't want to spend $1,000. So that's another thing to keep in mind, that they want this kid to stick with it, and they don't want to waste money, right? So,
well, what I think I'm gonna price it appropriately too. I'm not gonna try to charge a lot of money for it, obviously, because it'll be, it'll have very reasonable construction properties and be of high enough quality for a kid's instrument. So I'm trying to keep the price below $300.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
I'll try really hard to do that.
Wow.
And but also, like, this is for the one that like the parents don't have to be musical. It's just a matter of like understanding the importance of helping them keep it in tune, and that's your only job. Otherwise, because it'll also have and for a kid's instrument, I think this is important. Locking tuners, because you'd have like them potentially screwing with the tuners, or otherwise a little sister or something like that messing with them.
Yeah.
So you have to unlock them, and you have to adjust it 2 different ways to make it unlock. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and to be able to a gratifying sound to come out of it is important. So
Oh, totally, man. Yeah, that's the first thing. What was your name, by the way, sir?
Cameron,
Cameron. My name is Ozzy.
what's up, Ozzy?
What's up, man? Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, man. This is really great. Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I feel like this was. I'm so excited to share this. You know, this is
Yeah.
real artistry in the making. You know, I know it when I see it. You know, I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm more than happy to push you out there and get the hype going, man. Because the more hype is generated, you're already believing in yourself. More people believe in you, and then I believe in you. You know, so everybody, I think everybody starts generating positivity out of this. You know.
I think you're right. I believe in this heavily. I'm not going to stop doing this. I think that I have a lot to offer for all the right reasons, and so I just shouldn't stop. So let's make the fucking world spin when it comes to getting good instruments out there and making better musicians and all of it, man. There's no time to waste.
Yeah, you heard it from him, man. Cameron, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
See you soon. I'll follow you on Instagram.
Please do, and yeah, message me. I'll message back.
Alrighty, bro. Thanks.
Take care, brother.
Goodbye.